Third time must be perfect. I keep on getting disconnected. So today, Gurney and I are celebrating 22 years of marriage. 2000, February 23rd, the 17th of the 1st of Adar, in Johannesburg in South Africa. Gurney and I got married. And ever since then, as the numerical value of 17, it's been good, it's been blessing. We've been blessed with health, a beautiful community, 10 lovely, beautiful, happy children who are healthy, and we couldn't be more thankful to the Almighty for the blessings He has given us. And of course, I couldn't be more grateful to Gurney for being the best wife I could have ever asked for. And I wanted to tell you a little bit of a Torah thought that I was thinking from this week's Torah portion that connects it. So the first thing we read in this week's Torah portion is about the half a shekel. Every year in the month of Adar, each Jew had an obligation to give a half a coin to charity. And the Torah tells us, He'ashir lo yarbeh v'hadal lo yamid. The wealthy shouldn't give more, the poor shouldn't give less. Everyone has to give exactly a half a coin. And the question is, why a half a coin? And the rabbis tell us, it's a message that we are only a half a person. We are incomplete without our spouse. It's recognizing that marriage and a spouse is what makes you complete. It's recognizing that you don't have it all, that you didn't figure it all out. If you think you know it all, if you think you have it all, you're the smartest, you're the most handsome, you're the most beautiful, you're the wealthiest, then you don't need anyone to give anything to you, then you'll never have a happy marriage. Marriage is about knowing that you are a half, and without your spouse complimenting and bringing her or his gifts to the marriage, it'll never be a happy marriage. But then there's something else too. In order to be a happy marriage, you need to bring God into the marriage. You're only a half without God. You're incomplete, because to build a home, an edifice for God, is to have purpose, to have meaning, to have morality, to have spirituality, to have value. And that's what we need to real commitments. You look, I don't wear a ring on my finger. It's not our tradition in the Chabad community. Gurney has a ring, she has a diamond ring, but I don't wear a ring. But the ring is a sign. It's not about who you are. It's not about your commitment. It's not about your obligations. Some people, they wear a ring, and the moment they take the ring off, they think they're free to do whatever they want, because that's what it's about. But that's not the story. In fact, we read about Shabbat in this week's Torah portion. And the Torah tells us that Shabbos is a sign. Ki os hi. What does it mean it's a sign? And of course the answer is, just like with a wedding ring, does it make a difference if you have the biggest or the smallest ring? If it has a 5-carat diamond or 1 carat? No, it's about what's in your heart. It's about how you feel and how you treat the person who you love. And the same thing is with Shabbos. Shabbos is about stopping and spending time with the Almighty, about recognizing that you want to be with Hashem, you want to be in His presence. That's what makes a sign between God and the Jewish people. And that's what marriage is all about. You'll be the wealthiest person, and you could tell your wife, I'll give you 3 nannies and 2 cars and we'll have a gorgeous home, but I'm too busy, I'm going to be running a business meeting. That's not going to bring you happiness. Ha'ashir lo yarbeh, the Torah says. The wealthy shouldn't give more. Don't think by you giving money, by you giving vacations, that's what's going to bring happiness. It's about giving yourself. It's about giving your heart. It's about committing to the person. It's about loving to spend time with them. They say this story about this guy who dreamt all his life to become wealthy. And he kept on praying to God. He says, God, I want one thing. If I can only win, if I can only get the Wall Street Journal dated 1 year from now exactly. 1 year from now. Imagine, I'll open the financial section, I'll look in the business section, I'll look at all the stocks, I'll see what they're doing, and then I'll invest. And in a year, I'll be the wealthiest person. He says, God, that's it I want. And every day he begged for it. And guess what? Lo and behold, one day he opens his front door, and right there he sees a Wall Street Journal. He picks it up, and it's dated exactly a year from the date. He immediately goes through to the business section, and he goes and starts looking at the stocks. Which stocks are doing good? Is it tech? Is it oil? Is it energy? Is it banks? And he's writing down each stock where it's going to be compared. This one's growing 20%, to 50%, and 30%. He's going to become such a wealthy person. And he finishes feeling so good. He knows that in 1 year, this guy's going to kill it. But then as he's about ready to close the paper, he happens to open up the first section. And he sees the obituary page. And he looks, and it says his name. And he died. And he realizes at that moment that he only has a year left to live. So what do you think he did? He closed the paper. He forgot about the stocks. He forgot about the wealth. And he went to spend time with his wife and his children, the people that he loved most, the people that he wanted most. Remember that we're a machatzit shekel. Marriage comes from knowing that you're only a half, and that your spouse compliments you, and that you need them. And that brings blessing. Vulnerability, humility, knowing that we're half without God, knowing that we need someone else, knowing what they bring to the table. And remember, it doesn't make a difference how big your carrot is. That's not the sign. The sign, it's in your heart. He OC. You want to have a relationship with God too. It's not about how much wealth you have, how much money you give to charity. It's about where your heart is, where you want to spend your time. God bless you. Have a great Shabbos. See you soon.